What makes the highly successful truly stand out? There have been thousands of people in this world who have achieved incredible success. But let's not talk about all of them. Let's just take a few names you know: Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, Steve Jobs, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Jordan, Henry Ford, Richard Branson. People like these, what's their mindset? How do they think? And what separates them from the rest of the world? Let's break it down into 5 powerful truths about how these people think and what it really takes to become highly successful. 1. Clear vision. You can have the world's most advanced ship. You could own the fastest jet. But if the pilot has no idea where they're going, they're just going to wander. And that's what most people are doing. Wandering, working hard, but going nowhere. Why? Because they don't have clarity. Success doesn't start with a goal. It starts with a clear goal. A crystal clear vision. When you know where you're headed, the journey becomes exciting. The path becomes meaningful. But most people don't know what they really want, and so they drift. They get stuck in habits they don't even enjoy, scrolling endlessly, wasting time. No one wants to waste time, but without direction, that's exactly what happens. Once you discover your what and your why, everything changes. Clarity drives action. Clarity gives you power. 2. Think big. Let me say this: dream big. There's a quote I love: shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. That's the mindset of every world-class achiever. Even if you don't hit your exact goal, you'll still end up achieving something millions only wish for. Every time you have a choice, think big or play small. Choose to think big. If you think small, act small, and stay small, that's all you'll ever be. But if you think big, take risks, and believe bigger, you're on your way to greatness. The choice is always yours. 3. Obsession with the goal. Okay, so now you have a big dream and you've got a clear vision, but here's the next test. Are you obsessed with it? Not interested, not kind of excited. I'm talking about full-blown obsession. Because without that fire, that passion, you're not gonna make it through the tough days. Think about it. Thomas Edison failed 999 times before inventing the light bulb. Can you even imagine? Most of us give up after 2 or 3 failures. But he had a mission. He was obsessed with his goal. When you're truly passionate, you don't need motivation. You don't need alarms to wake you up. You don't get tired, you get fired up. That's the difference between average and world class. Obsess over your mission. 4. Work hard. In the right direction. Everyone talks about hard work, but let's be honest. But one of them works in alignment with vision and strategy. The other just hustles to survive. See the difference? Hard work matters, but it needs to be in the right direction. You need smart work backed by strategy. Study the people in your field who are doing it right. Learn how they think, how they act, how they move. Don't just be hardworking. Be smart. Be intentional. Be relentless. 5. Sweat behind the scenes. Let's get one thing clear. The world sees the success. God sees the struggle. The spotlight doesn't show the real story. The real work happens in silence, behind the curtain, behind the scenes. Usain Bolt once said, "The competition is easy. The real work happens in training." He ran the 100 meters in 9.58 seconds, but nobody saw the years of brutal training for those 9 seconds. That's where greatness is built, in the shadows, when nobody's watching, nobody's clapping, nobody's cheering. And truth is, nobody's going to care how hard you worked. So you need to care enough for yourself. Train in silence. Let your success make the noise. Final thoughts. If you want to reach that top 1%, that rare level of success where people remember your name, here's what it takes. Get clear on your vision. Think big. Be obsessed with your goal. Work hard in the right direction. Sweat in silence behind the scenes. Do this and I promise, the world will take notice. Thanks so much for listening. If this message resonated with you, follow for more. Your best life is waiting. Go out there and claim it.